Hi guys, it's that time again. Which is better? Diabolus in Musica by SLAYER or Stomp 442 by ANTHRAX? And before I continue, I'm going to leave links in the description down below to check out songs by Testament. And I'm also going to be leaving links to my Instagram page where you can get to see my band merch collection, and my Twitter page where you get to see what songs I'm listening to. So let's continue. So looking at SLAYER's Diabolus in Musica album, it took me a while to get into SLAYER. I wasn't a huge fan of them until I was in my teens, and even then my heavy metal taste was limited to Black Sabbath, Megadeth and Metallica. But this album is like my architectural SLAYER album. It's heavy, it's driving, and the lyrical content bangs your head into the harshness of wartime reality, which is that mutually assured destruction will happen. It is a heavily infused thrash fest of destruction, where divine intervention began to feel like a typical SLAYER sound. Diabolus in Musica takes the band in a heavier and heavily refreshing direction. It holds its own in the pantheon of albums like Raining Blood and Caesars in the Abyss, while offering a depth of heaviness not heard on either album. And it's not better by Raining Blood, by the way, but it definitely bangs open one's head in a very satisfying way. One particular song of note from this album is Scrum, a song that begins with fast drums and heavy guitars that just tears into your brain with Arai's harshly impressive vocals. And this is a song that begins heavy and gets fast, bringing their signature thrash speed to their current heavier sound. Meanwhile, the song Stain of Mind is a song that has to be played at high or full volume. This song is driving, heavy, beautifully structured, with brief refrains at the beginning of each thrashing chorus. This is the song that I would use to induct any listener into the realm of SLAYER. Even their slower riffs, such as found in The Name of God, carry a depth that only adds to the intensity of the album. The juxtaposition of slow riffs and quick-paced soloing delivers only the harshest effects as an album can be expected from SLAYER. When combined as a whole, the end product of this album is a wholly satisfying experience. Band's early achievements, this album fits very well into their discography, and it's a mature addition that serves to develop the band's familiar style and lead the following towards albums like God Hates Us All, Christ Illusion and World Painted Blood. When heard among earlier works such as Show No Mercy and Hell Awaits, this album stands strong. The familiar speed of the first two albums remains, while a new level of deep riffing and vocalizations serve to expand the band's sound. In short, this is a mature thrash album, and therein lies its strength. It's an evolution from the band's previous mid-90s albums and a maturation from the earlier albums in the 80s. Everybody can enjoy. It has the heaviness many fans enjoy while maintaining that fast-paced thrash element fans of classic SLAYER look for. Progresses beyond the sound developed from divine intervention and undisputed attitude, and it honestly and wholeheartedly kicks ass. The louder the better. Do not play this album on your laptop speakers. Play it at maximum volume on like stacked speakers or towers. Play it in surround sound, play it over and over again. Thing is, we're going to look at Stomp 442 by ANTHRAX. Now, contrary to what many believe, I feel that this is a very good album from ANTHRAX, and this is a step above the sound of white noise. Their sound has definitely changed a lot since the thrash days, and here they rely more on vocal melodies and commercial sounds, but the riffs are still important enough to keep from faltering, unlike their ongoing albums after this. The guitar uses the drop D tuning that combines with good production to give the guitar a somewhat modern heavy effect, but that effect is not over the top. The highlights of this album include the first 3 tracks, Random Acts of Senseless Violence, Fueled and King Size, Nothing and Bear as well. Unlike most albums in which the strongest material is centered at the beginning, the album never feels like it drops off too much, which is a testament to its strength. The song Nothing relies heavy on vocal melodies, but in this case it just works. Bear is a very interesting track. It's a ballad, and I very rarely consider a ballad to be one of the better tracks on the album, but I really enjoy this song. It is quite different from the normal ballad, and it sounds nothing like ANTHRAX has ever done, or before or after this album. I don't consider anything on this album to be bad. This is just a consistent, original, interesting album from ANTHRAX, and it is not very similar to anything they or any other band for that matter has ever done. And on that note, let me know in the comments down below what you thought was the better album. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.